For centuries, the world was captivated by a singular dream: the tantalizing prospect of a canal, a liquid bridge, to seamlessly connect the vast expanse of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This wasn't just about saving time, it was about reshaping global interactions. Imagine a ship laden with goods, setting sail from the bustling port of New York, bound for the golden shores of San Francisco. Without a canal, that ship was forced to undertake a grueling voyage, sailing nearly 13,000 miles around the treacherous tip of South America, a route fraught with peril. The journey meant braving relentless storms, navigating through iceberg-infested waters, and facing the unpredictable fury of the open seas. The journey was not only incredibly long, stretching for months on end, but also inherently dangerous and exceedingly costly for merchants and nations alike. The unforgiving seas claimed countless lives, swallowed entire fortunes, and left a trail of maritime disasters in their wake. The allure of a shortcut was undeniable, and as early as the 1500s, Spanish explorers, driven by dreams of conquest and trade, first imagined a waterway carved across the narrow isthmus of Central America. However, the sheer scale of the challenge was daunting. The dense, impenetrable jungle and the towering, unforgiving mountains seemed to render the dream an impossible fantasy. Yet the dream persisted, fueled by the relentless pursuit of efficiency and the promise of untold riches. The potential rewards were immense, promising faster and more reliable trade routes that would connect distant corners of the globe. Beyond commerce, a canal held the key to facilitating migration, allowing for the swift movement of people and cultures, and projecting military power across vast oceans. The California Gold Rush in 1849, with its insatiable demand for resources and rapid transportation, amplified the urgency and underscored the critical need for a faster route for the burgeoning United States to connect its east and west coasts. A railroad hastily constructed across Panama offered a temporary solution, but it was ultimately a clumsy and inefficient workaround, far from the seamless passage that was truly desired. Goods arriving by ship had to be painstakingly unloaded, hauled across land by rail, and then meticulously reloaded onto another ship on the opposite coast. The world yearned for a continuous, uninterrupted water passage, a true shortcut that would revolutionize global trade. A canal promised to shrink the globe, bringing distant lands closer together and fostering unprecedented levels of interconnectedness. It would revolutionize international trade, reshape global supply chains, and fundamentally shift the balance of power among nations. But building such a canal would be a monumental test, pushing the boundaries of human capability and demanding unprecedented levels of engineering prowess. It would be a supreme test of human ingenuity, a testament to the power of human will, and a daring gamble against the forces of nature. The question was no longer if a canal should be built. The potential benefits were too great to ignore. The real question was, who would dare to undertake such a colossal endeavour? Who possessed the resources, the ambition, and the sheer audacity to try? The stage was set for one of history's greatest engineering challenges, a battle against geography, disease, and the limits of human endurance. The world watched with bated breath, waiting for a nation bold enough, resourceful enough, and determined enough to step forward and attempt the seemingly impossible feat of carving a waterway through the heart of the Americas. The dream was very much alive, fueled by ambition and the promise of a new era of global connectivity. But the real work, the backbreaking labour, the innovative engineering, and the ultimate test of human resolve was only just beginning. France was the first to try, inspired by their triumph at Suez. Led by Ferdinand de Lesseps, they began digging in Panama in 1881, envisioning a sea-level canal. But Panama was no desert. Its mountains, torrential rains, and the wild Chagres River made work nearly impossible. Deadly landslides and disease ravaged the workforce. Yellow fever and malaria spread by mosquitoes killed thousands, most of them Caribbean labourers. The French underestimated nature, and the toll was catastrophic. After nearly a decade, the project collapsed in bankruptcy and tragedy. Over 20,000 lives were lost, and the dream was buried under mud and ruin. Abandoned machines rusted in the jungle, a haunting reminder of failure. The world saw the canal as an impossible dream. The jungle had won, for now, but the story was far from over. The United States saw opportunity where France had failed. President Theodore Roosevelt, determined and bold, made the canal a national mission. After supporting Panama's independence from Colombia, the US secured control of the canal zone. American engineers learned from French mistakes. John Stevens, chief engineer, halted digging to focus on infrastructure, housing, sanitation and food for workers. Healthy, motivated workers were the foundation for success. The Americans abandoned the sea-level canal idea. Instead, they designed a lock and lake system, damming the Chagres River to create Gatun Lake and using giant locks to lift and lower ships. This plan turned the canal into a marvel of engineering. The US brought new energy, technology and determination. The challenge was immense, but the vision was clear. The world watched as America took on the impossible. The real battle was about to begin. Before construction could truly begin, the Americans faced a deadly enemy disease. Yellow fever and malaria had devastated the French effort. Colonel William Gorgas, an army doctor, led a radical campaign against mosquitoes. Many doubted him, but Gorgas persisted, backed by John Stevens. Teams drained swamps, fumigated buildings, and installed screens everywhere. Oil was poured on standing water to kill larvae. The sanitation campaign was massive and expensive, but it worked. Within 2 years, yellow fever was eradicated from the canal zone. Malaria rates plummeted and hospitals emptied. Gorgas's victory over disease made the canal project possible. The war against the mosquito was the true turning point. With health restored, the real work could finally begin. The path to the canal was now clear. The Panama Canal was built by a massive, diverse workforce, mostly black laborers from the Caribbean. They endured grueling conditions, long hours, and systemic discrimination. The canal zone was segregated white Americans on the gold roll, others on the silver roll. The work was dangerous, especially in the Culebra Cut, where landslides and dynamite accidents were common. Pneumonia accidents and exhaustion claimed many lives. Officially, over 5,600 workers died during American construction, but the true toll is higher. Despite hardship, these workers persevered. Their labor made the canal a reality. They are the unsung heroes of the Panama Canal. Their sacrifice is etched into every stone and lock. The canal's history is above all a story of human endurance. The Culebra Cut was the canal's greatest engineering challenge. Americans had to remove nearly 100 million cubic yards of earth and rock. Massive steam shovels and trains worked day and night. Landslides constantly threatened to undo months of progress. Dynamite blasts shook the isthmus, breaking up stubborn rock. The logistics were staggering. Tracks had to be moved and relayed constantly. Colonel George Goethals, the chief engineer, managed the operation with military precision. His leadership kept the project on track. The Culebra Cut was finally conquered, a triumph of teamwork and tenacity. The canal was now a reality, carved through the heart of a continent. The impossible was becoming possible. The Panama Canal stands as a monumental achievement, a testament to human ambition and engineering prowess. But at the very heart of this incredible waterway lies a critical component. It is its ingenious system of locks, a marvel of engineering that allows massive ships to traverse the Isthmus of Panama. 3 sets Gatun, Pedro Miguel and Miraflores work in concert to lift and lower ships a total of 85 feet. A significant change in elevation that allows vessels to pass from the Atlantic to the Pacific, or vice versa. This process relies on the abundant water supply from Gatun Lake, a large artificial lake that forms a crucial part of the canal system. Each lock is a massive water-filled chamber, a carefully engineered space designed to accommodate even the largest of modern ships. These chambers are sealed off by giant steel gates. Ships enter slowly and deliberately, maneuvering into position within the lock. Then the gates close, creating a watertight seal around the vessel. And water flows in by gravity, gently raising the ship to the level of the next section of the canal, raising the vessel with impressive precision. The process reverses on the other side, with water being drained to lower the ship. This carefully controlled draining lowers ships back to sea level. The scale is immense, truly awe-inspiring when witnessed in person. Each chamber is 1,000 feet long, providing ample space for even the largest cargo ships and tankers. and 110 feet wide, allowing for comfortable passage. Giant steel gates, perfectly balanced, swing open and closed with surprising ease, are moved by small electric motors, showcasing the ingenuity of the design. Special electric locomotives, affectionately known as mules, guide ships safely through, ensuring they remain centered within the locks. The entire system is powered by electricity, a testament to the forward-thinking approach of the canal's original engineers, from the canal's own dam, providing a sustainable source of energy. The locks are a masterpiece of early 20th century engineering, a remarkable feat of construction that continues to function flawlessly. Their design remains largely unchanged over a century later, a testament to its enduring effectiveness and brilliance. The canal's locks are a testament to human ingenuity, a symbol of our ability to overcome geographical challenges and connect the world. On August 15, 1914, a monumental achievement was realized as the Panama Canal officially opened its gates to the world. This marked the culmination of decades of planning, engineering, and sheer human effort. The SS Ancon, a passenger and cargo steamship, had the distinct honor of making the first official transit through the canal, completing in mere hours what once took ships months to achieve, navigating around the treacherous Cape Horn or the Strait of Magellan. This shortcut dramatically reduced travel time and costs. The canal immediately revolutionized global trade, becoming an indispensable link in the world's commercial network. By providing a direct route between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, it cut thousands of miles off traditional shipping routes, saving time, fuel, and resources. It quickly became a vital artery for international commerce, facilitating the movement of goods between continents with unprecedented efficiency. Beyond its economic importance, the canal also served as a powerful symbol of American engineering prowess and influence on the world stage. The canal's impact on global economies was immediate and profound. Trade boomed, fostering economic growth in numerous countries. The world, in effect, grew smaller as distances shrank and international connections deepened, fostering a new era of globalization. However, US control of the Canal Zone, a strip of land flanking the waterway, inevitably sparked decades of political tension and resentment in Panama, as many Panamanians viewed it as an infringement on their sovereignty. After years of intense negotiation and diplomatic efforts, the United States finally handed control of the Panama Canal to the Panamanian government on December 31, 1999, marking a significant turning point in the relationship between the two nations. Today, the canal is expertly managed and operated by Panama, and it remains a powerful symbol of national pride and sovereignty for the Panamanian people. It continues to be a vital engine powering the global economy, facilitating trade and connecting markets around the world. The transfer of the canal marked a new era of cooperation, mutual respect, and partnership between Panama and the United States. The story of the Panama Canal is a compelling narrative of ambition, immense struggle against formidable odds, and ultimately a remarkable transformation that reshaped global trade and geopolitics. The path between the seas, a dream for centuries, was finally open to all, forever changing the course of history. The Panama Canal's legacy is more than concrete and steel. It stands as a monument to human ambition and perseverance. The project set new standards in engineering, medicine, and logistics. Lessons learned in Panama shaped public works for generations. As ships grew, Panama expanded the canal in 2016, doubling its capacity. The canal remains vital to world trade, adapting to new challenges. Its story is also about the laborers whose sacrifice made it possible. The canal's history is rich with lessons on power, race, and sovereignty. Every ship that passes through reaffirms the achievement of those who built it. The Panama Canal continues to connect nations and inspire awe. It is a living piece of history and a dynamic engine of the global economy. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Panama Canal's remarkable story.